Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. So in this one we're going to talk about a transgender pervert. Yes, a pervert, and the reason that I am referring to this individual as a pervert is you can probably read the headline underneath my face, and it says transgender woman guilty of sex assaults on man. And look at the state of that, man. Look at the state of that person on the right there, man. Oh my god. Right, but anyway, we're going to have a wee bit of a laugh and a joke, but we're also going to get into something more serious as well. Now, this man, transgender man, basically a man that was transgendered or whatever, known by Ciara Watkin, was found guilty of 3 counts of sexual assault, basically for contacting. She got in contact, or he got in contact with the victim, and they were chatting or whatever, and for some reason it wasn't apparently obvious to the guy. I don't know why, but I mean, come on, it should be obvious to like a blind person that that is a bloke. Do you know what I mean? But basically, the guy didn't know, and this guy here performed a sex act on the victim in complete darkness. Apparently, the the trans pervert asked that the bathroom light be switched off and the bathroom became complete darkness. And I think when the victim tried to touch the trans pervert's chest, they pushed the hand away and said, "No, you can't touch me. I'm on my period, so you can't touch my what he thought was a vagina." Do you know what I mean? But actually was not a vagina. So basically, the guy, this transgender pervert performed a sex act on the guy in complete darkness, and I think they left it at that, and then they messaged each other, and she said, "Oh, I've got a secret to tell you. I've got something really," and he was like, "What could it possibly be?" And the transgender was like, "Yes, I'm transgender." And the guy's like, "What? No way! You're telling me that you've got a tackle basically," and the transgender basically admitted it. But anyway, long story short, right? I mean, it's on the BBC. You can read this if you want. I'm not going to read it out like a lecture or anything. See if there's any interesting bits. But yeah, apparently when he found out, he reported it to the police, and he said that he felt his manhood had been like violated and things like that, and he felt less of a man, and that he didn't swing that way. And obviously you've got the significant mental impact as well, which is a real thing, by the way. Could you imagine, like, if this was done to a woman? It would almost certainly, like, people are laughing at this and all that, right? Saying, "Oh, how could the guy not know it was a man and all that," and blah blah blah. And it is like, I mean, come on, with that picture there, I mean, it's ridiculous that the guy didn't know. Do you know what I mean? But geez, oh man, it's shocking because apparently the transgender hadn't undergone any surgery, obviously, because they still had their tackle, their bait and tackle, basically. But they concealed it from the victim, and apparently it said that they didn't have any medical procedures or treatment. So I take that, I mean that they weren't on hormones or anything, and basically, the so if you weren't on hormones, like, it should have been blindingly obvious that that was a guy. Do you know what I mean? Because it wouldn't have softened the voice or anything, and there wouldn't have been any like breast growth or anything like that. Or and apparently the defence was even like, it should have been blindingly obvious to the victim that the trans person was audibly and visibly male. So anyway, right, so they have been convicted anyway, and rightly so. And the judge actually said that it's a possibility that the trans person may well go to jail. And I think if that happens, you might find that the transgender pervert gets their balloon knot ripped apart by some sexually frustrated males in the male jail that haven't had sex for years and years and years. Do you know what I mean? But I guess F around, find out. Do you know what I mean? But I just thought I'd let you guys know about that one anyway, okay? But I mean, I don't know. The guy must have been. I mean, come on, man. I don't know. Was he on drugs? Was he high? Was he drunk as a skunk that he couldn't realise? And he, I mean, like it did say that they hadn't undergone any treatment or anything like that. Which I take that to mean they hadn't been on hormones or anything. So the voice wouldn't have softened, the features wouldn't have softened. It would have been a guy, basically, audibly and physically a male, and so but the trans pervert did deceive the guy at the end of the day, and for all you might want to laugh about it and all that, it is sexual assault, and it has affected the guy's mental state. It's made him feel less of a man and all that. I think most guys would be absolutely shocked if we're assuming that he genuinely didn't realise that this person was actually male. Anyway, so if that trans pervert gets sent down, the balloon knot's going to be ripped apart, I reckon, by some sexually frustrated guys in jail. So I think they better watch out. Anyway, thanks for watching.